Hello again, Guardian. And oh, hey there. Oh my goodness, there's so many of you now. What? So lapis, amethyst, quartz, topaz, prismarine, and amber. My goodness, Poppy. You've been It's go time, friends. I saw you got my note.
Yup. So what's this about a truce?
I say truce, but it's more like we have our own goals, don't we? You
Mm-hmm.
want. You have someone you're serving, and I have someone I'm trying to return. And whatever I might think of you, I am not one to turn down potential help.
Okay. Get on my shuffle box. No. So basically, you're saying you do want my help getting what your horse back still?
I'm going to need a few things first. I am going to need you to, first of all, before anything, tell me
Yep. Mm-hmm.
how
Yeah.
did you how did you encounter him?
Uh, that's a long story. Um, I guess we have time though. That's dangerous. I guess we have time. So one day I was wandering, homeless, like I am, thieving. Uh, Actually, this day I wasn't thieving. Isn't that crazy? I had enough food to live off for a bit. So I was just kind of wandering around. I got to this beautiful little countryside, right? This beautiful little mountain area, and I decided I was just gonna, sit there. I was gonna look at the view. It was pretty. I may be a criminal, but that doesn't mean I can't take in the view. Um, but like I was sitting there and I dozed off and I fell asleep just on top of this mountain near the edge of the cliff. It sounds super safe, right? Um, so I fell asleep and I had a dream. This nameless, faceless entity, no real corporeal form, it came over to me. Its body had a certain shape, almost like that of a human, but it didn't really have a body. It was just kind of light, kind of shadowy, a little bit of both. Um, and it didn't talk. It more like it gave me ideas, it gave me things to think about, things to philosophize. You know what I mean? Um, and I woke up and I was like, that was so surreal. Everything felt alive. It didn't feel like a dream. It felt like it was real life. And I kind of doubted myself because I was like, that's what dreams are. It's just, a little silly brain stimulation. Until I started getting more of these visions, right? And eventually, I was like, okay, if you're real, do this. And it did it. It did things. It did things in the real world. I was like, okay, if you're real, uh, you strike this person dead. And it did. The person fell, just dead. And so I was like,
You
okay,
asked it to kill.
yeah, that's so silly. Although it wasn't actually a person, it was just like, okay, if you're real, kill this sheep. And I was looking at the sheep, and I was like, okay. After a little bit, I was like, okay, it's not real. And then it flopped over, it just fell. Dead. I was like, that's that weird coincidence. So I did something again. I was like, okay, if you're real, what if this cave just collapsed? And then it did. I was like, that's crazy. It spans from just little visions to whole caves collapsing. That's crazy. And then I was like, I'm gonna make this a religion. This thing isn't what a lot of people think. There's God or whatever they think. It's different. I felt different. It told me it was different. So I decided I believe in this thing now. And then one day I was like, okay. I was in a spot where let's just say someone ended up uh coming with me. Not kind of against the will, maybe. And I was like, okay, what if I do a little sacrifice? And I did it, and I felt different. I felt stronger, powerful. Felt like I knew everything for a split second, and then it went away. Some of that effect lingered, Definitely do feel different. Definitely a lot more athletic. But, like, it was crazy. And so from then on, I was like, okay, let's change things. Let's make like a ritualistic sacrifice kind of thing instead of just like, oops, I stumbled into it, and here I am now after
So,
finding myself in this weird place.
so he destroyed and gave you the capacity to destroy more.
Yes.
And
He also he
how
also gave he also gave me the ability to create. Because I mean, well, maybe it felt like when I entered this place, I don't remember much of before. Besides just the little things like I was a thief, that kind of stuff. My interactions with him, but like when I got here, it felt like. Now this might sound a little selfish, but it felt like everything worked around me. It felt like as if things fit to how I needed it. Which you may think, oh, that's stupid. You're crazy. But like, I mean, I can fly now. I can, I can do shit I couldn't do before in this new place. And it's like, I don't know. It's that feeling. It's that feeling of power. It's like, how, if not for me being here? If I wasn't here, I would have never been able to access this kind of stuff. But now I can because I am here. And so it's like, man, that's crazy. Crazy things to think about. Philosophy is wild, man.
you think being stuck here made you more powerful?
Yeah. I mean, where I come from, you didn't have things like this. Well, this is a different example. But you didn't have things like this, like wings that you can hold on your hand, put on your back, and they work magically. You didn't have things like this that bring you back from the dead. You didn't have any of this stuff. You couldn't. You didn't have tests that like your own personal pocket dimension. That's crazy. Ah, shit. Anyways, it's crazy.
I've heard far stranger, but nothing about resurrection. Not since. Well, Noble mentioned it once briefly after Lucky.
Uh-huh. What happened to Lucky? Did he die?
They lost a life. And a second life as well. The second
That's
one was.
That's
first-
another thing.
The first there was.
The whole lives thing. Back where I come from, I remember watching people die. They die once and that's it. That's it. But now you have what, 2, 3, and then these things, they stop you from taking one of those. It's so weird. We're like cats now, buddy. We're like, you die, you just come back again. You die, you just come back again. You die. You have one of these things, and you just come back again. It stops you from dying. That's another crazy thing.
I'm afraid that's not how cats work.
You know, you could be wrong. You don't know that. Anyways, so they lost as you were saying, they lost a second life, and then what?
Well, the first, there was some shared responsibility for. The second, Jammy tried to kill Raspberry, and Lucky didn't want to stand for that. Lucky protected him. And, well, I take it you have your own issues with Jammy, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah. They stole the election from me, which you're that's stupid. But no, at last second they teamed up with someone else, and they're like, okay, I would have won. I had more votes, but then they combined their votes and they won. That's stupid. I hate them.
What exactly is required if there's a ritual to bring someone back from the dead?
What is acquired? Is that what you asked? What is acquired? I mean, what do you think?
What is required? What do we need?
Oh, required. Oh, okay. Sorry. Well, it depends. For example, for an animal, you can just have another animal sacrificed, right? And that brings back the form, right? Brings back the form of the animal, but it doesn't give the soul. However, if you have an animal and a human, I don't know. It's something weird about humans. It's like, I don't know, something about their blood. I don't know if it's their blood or if it's the fact that he likes it, but you draw blood in a ritualistic sacrifice, right? Slit their neck, whatever, kill them, basically. Let their blood be absorbed, right? But you also have the body of an animal. Not only does it bring their form back, it gives them their soul back, the animal's soul, their personality for the most part, for their personality, right?
Does it specifically need to be a human?
Yes. If you want that soul, it has to be a human and an animal. You don't need the animal, it's just for the form. But if you want their soul, it has to be a human.
And so, for an example, an elf or a goblin or a demon would not work. It has to be a human.
Each thing has their own effects. For example, you know, elven blood, more pure than humans, right? Because they don't kill each other for stupid shit.
Oh, they absolutely do.
They do.
Unfortunately.
Well, more magic in their veins.
Have you
whatever.
heard of the kinslaying before?
The what?
It's not something we like to speak of. The
Kinslaying?
the kinslaying.
It just sounds like
Yes.
wars for oil.
Well, take my word for it that elves are not as wholesome as humans like to present them as.
Interesting. Well, either way, their blood is different. They have a lot more magic in their system, right? That's not fake either. It's just how they are, right? Right? Yeah. Hello.
Generally speaking.
Okay.
I'm
Okay. So, so yeah, stuff like that, and then like things like goblins or demons, whatever. They have evil in their system, right? It's just like first corrupt blood, but then elves, they're just it's just basically human blood, more magic. So it has different effects, more potent, less potent. Changes this, changes that, whatever. But human blood is like it's like that middle ground. It's that median. It's like that's the base. Think about like a cake, right, or a bread. You have the dough, just base, wheat, white, whatever, right? You add that like that. You add to it to make things different. Like like a cookie is a great example. You add a little extra sugar, and it's a bit grainier. You add some more butter, and it's a bit fuller. You add more just like flour, however you want to make your cookies. It makes it it changes things. But you have that base. Humans are that base. Other things, other humanoid things, right? They have different effects. They change it in their own good and bad ways, pros and cons. But humans are like that nice middle ground. It's neutral.
You know, I can't help but resent the presentation of human as the default.
I know it's so weird because they're not even the first species, at least where I crazy. It's crazy how that works. Maybe he just prefers them, right? Again, that's what I think. They're
Well,
certainly not the first. They're certainly not the last.
well,
I think he just prefers them.
if he is biased in favor of humans, then who's to say he'll even listen to something that I ask of him?
That's one of the fun parts. The gamble. And then again, you're using me for it, right? You're why are they all just over here? Anyways,
I'm
you
making
you're making
friends. You
you're
should try
you're
it sometime.
hey look, oh look, that's a little personal. Look, man, again, it was an accident. Okay, I missed. Anyways, away from your horse. Well, you know what I mean. There's still things about your horse, but like away from the current topic. Oh yeah, so you're using me as like I guess the avatar, the messenger, that kind of stuff, right? I'm the one communicating. It's not you.
Wait, stop. If you stand near the zombies, then he
What?
wasn't bothering you until you could have avoided.
He had a weapon, and he was being aggressive.
Listen, they are frightened of the zombies. If you stand near them, just get the smell on you, then they'll avoid you. That's all it takes. There's no need for. See, here's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
That is a problem.
The whole murder.
Yes.
These things. Oh shit. These things that are natural to this place. I'm. Follow me. I messed up. These
Oh
things that are
dear.
natural to this place. They don't. They can't absorb it. They're born with it, and they can drop some of it when they die, but they can't absorb it like we can. And then not only do we absorb it, we have this little bit of magic. Sure, we can use it to make things stronger We can use them to to change, to carve names into weapons, right?
Yes.
To have this knowledge and to make them stronger. Like this, I its name, Wop. No, don't worry about it. Yes,
You.
flame, infinity, power, and punch.
I.
Lights things on fire. It
You
never runs
really
out of
need to be
arrows.
cautious.
It. Listen. It. No shit. I'm gonna go through this portal. It lights things on fires. It never runs out of arrows. Right? It's like magically endless. And then not only that, but also hits harder and throws things farther when it makes contact. Isn't that crazy? I went through the portal, by the way.
All
Another
right.
thing, portals to all other dimensions. Crazy shit. But
You.
you understand what I mean? This whole place is crazy. It gives us power that we couldn't achieve before. Some of us couldn't achieve before.
You and I are from very different places, aren't we?
I was just a normal human, like peasant, and then I come here and I'm like, holy shit! I can do all this crazy stuff now. I don't
Richard
need to be.
Simmons, why are you spinning? Richard Spinnins.
Richard Spinnins. Uh, but no, because where we come from, you have to be a certain race or magically adept to be able to access these kinds of things. But now, a normal human like me, living on the streets, is now one of the strongest people here. You see my armor. You see all this shit.
I do.
Not even the man in or around him. That isn't that crazy? You're you. You're what? You're an elf, some kind of fae. You're used to magic,
I'm a
huh?
fairy, yes.
Yeah, some kind of fae. You're used to magic. Magic was all around you. You were built with magic, and here I am, just a normal human, living on the streets, being all poor, having to steal food to survive. Now I'm here with weapons of mass destruction, power beyond most people's comprehension. I'm from such a simple town. This place has given me things, given me power I could never achieve before. And most of the people here just brush it off. They're like, oh well, that's cool. You know, things I can do with this. I can fight with this thing in my hand, and I can't die. It's crazy, man.
It is.
This whole place is just like infused with magic. We'd be going about our day and we see things like skeletons, zombies rise from the grave, right? Animals just pop out of nowhere. Then we got these little leaf things that explode. Crazy, man. You've used this, right? You've known of it. You've known of of its existence, and yet you don't complain or contest against it, right? Why is that? It's still murder, yeah.
The zombies and the skeletons that appear, this is a place where they can be put to rest. It's as simple as that.
Well, what if someone did the same with sheep or pigs or cows, right? How would you feel then?
What?
What if someone did the same with pigs or sheep or cows? What would you do then?
Well, there's a difference between killing something because you need what it offers or out of mercy than there is for sheer. There are selfish and unselfish reasons to kill. That's all.
We killed these monsters for selfish reasons, right? So, by your logic, That's wrong. We do the same with animals. We get food by killing them. Food for ourselves. So we can eat. So we can get that good old experience. So we can get more powerful. It's all the same.
Well, creatures in the wild kill each other all the time, but that's
Exactly.
because they
And we're
need
part of that
to
food
eat.
chain.
And
We need to eat also,
because
right?
they need to protect each other or themselves.
Are we any different? Are we any different?
No, and that's not what I've ever.
Mm-hmm.
It's just moderation is all, and caution, and awareness that what you take from the world has to be given back in some form or another. There's a balance. That's all.
Mm-hmm. And what about that mob farm up there, right? That's not balance. That's not mediation. You, by being there, you bring things into existence just to kill them over and over. When, as opposed to, say, the food chain, like you were mentioning, that's animals stumbling into each other and being like, oh, I need food. So they fight and they kill each other. But for that, there's no there is no moderation or balance in that, right? We by being there we essentially just create them just to be killed to give us power, give us more strength. There's no moderation or balance to that. And you still condone it, don't you? You you've used it or you've seen people use it, and you don't complain. There is no difference between it. Sure, they may be unnatural, quote unquote, evil forces, but they're still their existence still means something to you, surely, yes? You may think, as you said earlier, for selfish reasons, and yet you've come here to talk to me about killing someone. Bring a horse back. Is that not even more so selfish than killing things for food or power? You came to me because you wanted to bring your horse back. Sure, I killed it. That is my bad, even if it was an accident or wasn't. And I do deserve to make it up somehow. I admit that. But you have come here saying you would kill a human. Probably innocent. Most people here haven't done much. But you would kill a human to bring back a horse. Something that you said humans, you hate being the medium, but you would still use it. It may not be a human exactly, it could be something humanoid, but you would still do it. Am I wrong about that?
Well, if we think about it rationally, then there's always something that. No, no, you're not wrong. But if we're going to speak about fairness, then if the people of this plane each have 3 lives, and Windrunner only had the one,
Right? Mm-hmm.
then the way I see it, it would just be balancing the scales again.
Mm-hmm.
You've made eye contact. You can't kill her now.
I'm not even killing the sheep.
Ah,
When pigs fly. Anyways,
do what you need to eat, but there's no need to make fun.
as you were saying, they meet the
There's
criteria.
blood on her wool now. Yes. Jammy's an option. Jammy's an option. But since they're missing, we need a backup.
What do you have in mind? How's that tone in your voice? You're someone you think of. Someone who comes to mind when you say that. Who would be all kind, all sweet Dragonfly possibly with the sacrifice?
Frankly, I'm not sure.
I feel that's a lie. Again, a tone in your voice. Just, it's the sound of someone who is certain of something. Maybe not certain, but certain. It definitely has an idea. Maybe not a well thought out one, but certainly an idea. So tell me, who's this person you want to sacrifice? Maybe it's your friends, one of them smiley, maybe it's Lucky. You want to go ahead and put them out of their misery.
Absolutely not.
Then who is it, Dragonfly? Because it can't. I would understand if you would want it to be me, but it wouldn't work. I'm the one making the sacrifice. Maybe you think yourself, but oh no, you don't think. Even for a beloved animal, you wouldn't think that worth it. Give away one of your lives to
Maybe.
bring something back. Oh,
Maybe I am thinking of myself. How would you know?
that's true. I wouldn't. I don't think you would.
Why
Dragonfly,
is that?
you harp on me and others for being selfish, but you're just as selfish.
Bold things to say to a potential ally.
Oh yes, I think it is very important to draw boundaries and, well, it's not name calling, but simply pointing out the truth to the people you trust. Because if they can't handle the truths about themselves, how can they handle the truths about others, about the people they have to ally with, about the things they have to do? What's the point in that? It's just, quite frankly, it's stupid.
Ian, you can drop the condescension. That's my one request here. I know what I'm doing. I know how hypocritical it might seem of me. But again, he needs allies. You need allies because, frankly, your reputation here is as low as it possibly could be. I think, ironically, the only person who might be worse regarded is Jammy, and that is solely because, being the mayor, they are a bigger target. I came to you because I didn't believe I had another option, and because despite it all, I do think you want to make things right. So please, I will follow your lead in this, but do not condescend to me.
Right? You're changing, Dragonfly. And I don't say this condescendingly. You are changing. You're not so much of a pushover anymore. That's exactly what I was looking for by quizzing you about this stuff. I was trying to see what kind of an ally I would have. If they would be strong like you are now, or they'd be like how you used to be. Weak. But again, you've changed. You're different. Stronger. And as I have said before, I wouldn't want to just throw this alliance away. Even if I did betray your trust, you're the only person I really trusted in a long while. And it's not because you were kind or easy to manipulate or whatever. It's because you had potential to be strong, along with, well, even if you or others couldn't see it, but you already had strength in you. You were smart, you were cunning. You had potential, you had strength. You were smart. Perfect. Perfect attributes in any person who cared about things. I may not show it. I do care about some certain things. Which you may be thinking, that's not true. I go around killing animals randomly. But the thing is, again, that's how I see life. That's part of the cycle. That's just how I see things. With you saw things differently. Similarly enough to everyone, but differently enough also to everyone to stand out. Everyone trusts you, Dragonfly. So why would I be the exception? I would not throw this alliance away. I'm not that stupid.
It's settled then. We're partners in this again.
I've just made it to the altar. Let me see, everything went good. This could use some touching up. This area is...
Perhaps I could help you touch it up.
Maybe. This area. I could fix some things about it. But I do indeed like the look of it. Maybe, yeah. Move this back just a little. One more. So we have pillars here made of crying obsidian and certain stones run by a very interesting source of power, and I feel it's not only these pillars, but orb, not really an orb, this floating cube gives this place at least some of its power. So I would say perhaps fix a few things, but besides that is be ready for the sacrifice.
Well, we need some kind of killing chamber, don't we? To make
Oh
sure
yes,
it's
that is
quick and efficient and.
all of it. All it is right now is a killing chamber. Well, for the most part. I want to add more onto it. That's what I was talking about. Saying that needs some touching up. But besides that, it is completely ready. At least for the first set.
It's ready then?
Yes. I have to have it finished by the time you have found someone.
Well, perhaps I could help you design the chamber. I've been.
Oh, no. You will see it in due time. It's very consistent.
If I'm the one who has to make the sacrifice, then I want it to be somewhere that's peaceful. So I'd like some say.
You get to you get to make suggestions. You not get to add on to it yourself.
Why is that?
He asked me to make the chamber, not you. Is ritualistic area made by me for him. He gave me this task. You should not be upset if you decided to add some things, but you should not be the one to add them.
I'm still not entirely sure why.
He's a very particular entity.
Well, what if I spoke to him? Is there a way to do that?
What is your insistence with interacting with him? Last time we spoke, it seemed as if you wanted nothing to do with not only me, but also him. It is, well, violent tendencies, I guess you could say. So why now? Why all of a sudden you're so persistent, so eager to meet him?
Well, in the time since we've last spoken, I've interacted with a few different gods and a few different individuals who I have even less trust for. So perhaps I simply want to know exactly who I'm working with, and I find the easiest way to do that is to be direct about it. Is to have a face to face or voice to voice or whatever it is consultation.
You said you've met other people who you thought less of. Who are these people, and, well, why? Hello?
You thoughtlessly killed a creature that you had never met before. Someone else, I know, killed someone who, as far as they knew, was the only person in the world who really cared much about them. You tell me which of these is crueler.
Now, I may be a little bitch sometimes. That's just heartless. It's just messed up.
And with you, I know what I'm working with. You've come clean about any deceptions there might have been in the past. And you wear the blood on your sleeves where others would be happy to rub it deeper into their skin under the guise of having washed it off.
Hmm? You're saying there's other people that you despise more than me, even after what I have done to you.
I would phrase it more like there are fresher wounds and more insulting affronts
I
than
see.
yours. And if all goes well, then I will have no more ill will towards you at all.
I don't know about at all.
Why would I? If the problem is fixed, what reason is there to hold a grudge?
We can always forgive, but we can never forget. We may be able to forgive someone for the past deeds that they have done, but it does not mean we can say we forgive them. It does not mean we can always actually forgive them. Forget what happened. Or else with some sort of grudge against them, even if it's someone you trust the most.
I won't forget. But, again, if the debt is repaid, there's no reason for the debtors to come knocking.
That is true.
We'll fix the balance, and that's all.
Indeed.
You really aren't going to let me see the altar.
Oh, no. No.
All right. I'll have to trust that you'll keep your word on this then.
Good. Science. Dragonfly. Wow. Someone really wanted to get your attention.
I've left the chests here. They've built up quite a bit, but I filled them with my own things. And this is... I'd rather keep this one to myself is all.
Alright.
What do you...
It's still in there, don't worry.
All right.
One more thing, Ash. You don't happen to have any, amethyst I could borrow?
stay out here. I'll bring it up for you.
All right. Thank you.
How much do you need? What are you doing with that chest? And I'll take that with me. All right, I have a few stacks of crystals now.
Perks of living in a geode, huh?
Perks of living in a geode.
Jesus, that's a lot. Probably return some of this to you. I don't think I need that much, but maybe, who knows? Who knows? Yep. So this is farewell for now.
This is farewell for now.
All right. Just the decisions you have to make. Keep me updated.
I do.
And I guess bid you adieu.
Goodbye. Till next time.
Until next time.